What's up everybody, it's Luke here, and today I wanted to do a review for you on this Combat Master. This is made by EMG, collaboration with Terran Tactical Innovations. It is a very nice high CAPA. Couple things to note, but I've had the opportunity to play with this now for several months. This thing has had a lot of rounds through it. It's well broken in. I've been through a couple parts, so hopefully I have some advice I can give you on, number one, whether or not to purchase this gun, number two, what to expect when you do. So number one, from the factory, I noticed there was an immediate issue with the way that the outer barrel drops down inside of the slide. Okay, so when you push the slide back, the outer barrel drops down. Now, mine was binding up on the inside of the slide, so something I noticed that I needed to do was to kind of take a little material off of this front edge on the outer barrel. I suppose that shooting it for a significant amount of time would kind of break it in, would kind of wear that edge down a little bit, and would probably be okay after that, but I didn't want to wait for that. So I ground it down. The slide action became a lot smoother. It does not stick now. Really, I'm happy with that part of it. So the second thing is easy to remove. The orange tip that comes on the gun, no problem taking that out and putting in a threaded tracer unit adapter. So I've got that in there. I do put a tracer on this, runs very well. It does have a rail on the bottom, which makes it very nice because if you're playing speedQB or CQB, even some milsim stuff, it's nice to be able to put like a Streamlight TLR on the bottom of this. So really good design in the way of that. Now, I will tell you this, the slide is a little weighty and it is a full slide action, so you are going to feel the recoil a little more than some of the split frames and some of the other light and slide guns out there, stuff like that. So it definitely has a heavier duty feel, almost like a duty pistol feel to it. It definitely feels realistic. The trigger action is a little long for my liking. I haven't gotten into fixing that yet, but again, I'm a little picky just because I like, speed QB play. I want to be quick on the trigger, but for most types of gameplay, especially like milsim, you'll really appreciate that. Now, a couple more things to note before we kind of move on to the overall bigger picture here. The nozzle, the loading nozzle in this gun, I needed to change this out almost immediately when I got it. I had problems with it sticking, it was binding up on the inner barrel. I wound up getting an Angel custom loading nozzle kit for it. I replaced that, and ever since it has been absolutely perfect. So I think that standard AW custom nozzle is okay. Just, under high use applications, it definitely needs to be upgraded. So, speaking of upgrades, inner barrel upgrade, I have a ladle axe tight bore in here, did a whole bunch of stuff to the hop up and the bucking, but you don't need to. From the factory, it comes pretty good, actually. Definitely shootable at close range. If you're going to be shooting longer range, heavier BBs, you want something a little more accurate, definitely throw that barrel in there, maybe a different hop up, definitely a different bucking, and it does make a big difference. Now, there is a extended mag release that comes on this gun. The nice thing about it is it threads right off and you can take it off. If you're like me and you play with an M4 adapter on HPA tank right here, you don't really want to release your mag very often, if at all. This adapter stays in, and basically you can use this to take the M4 out to swap mags. So, really no reason to have that. Easy to thread off, not a big deal at all. All right, the rest of the components on the gun have been very, very nice. I have no complaints about any of them, but I will tell you this. This gun can be two very different guns. If you run it on green gas, which is the way it comes designed, you can put green gas in the magazine, it has trouble. We all know, if you don't, you should know, green gas is inherently not that consistent, and we struggle with pressure differentials depending on temperature, all kinds of different things. So I will tell you, this gun is very temperamental when it's running on green gas. The minute I switched to HPA tap on here, hooked up I'm running about 80 PSI off my HPA tank. This thing runs like a dream. I've never had it miss fire once, never fail once, never stick, except for that outer barrel issue. But other than that, overall, I am really happy with this thing. It's a fast shooter, it's very reliable. Again, a little weighty and very realistic feeling, but maybe that's for you. Maybe that's a good thing. So if you guys have been looking at getting this, I think it falls in right around the $220 price point. I got mine on Evike. Again, I was really let down when I first got it just because of of the issues I experienced, but you know what? It's a really good pistol. Unfortunately, high CAPAs are just temperamental, and anytime you're running green gas in a high CAPA with higher pressures, it's just kind of a recipe for disaster. So once I got everything worked out on here, once I got this, this is primary airsoft, by the way, adapter is awesome, HPA adapter. Got the tank, hooked it up. This thing runs like a dream come true. I put a tracer on the end of it, put that light on the end of it, and great, speedQB machine. So, hey, if you guys have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to leave those below. As always, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you subscribing to the channel and liking this video. Look forward to making some more airsoft content for you guys. Stay tuned for more.